Whoa! What's going on, guys? So, it is a Boulder Shoulder Day, baby. And, in the spirit of Shoulder Day, when I was eating my pre-workout meal, which we changed it up a little bit. So instead of the egg whites, we did 8 ounces of fish, we did tilapia, and then the same regular 2 cups of white rice with a cup of chocolate milk, and I'm finishing up a little fruit juice right now. So same carbs and everything, but I wanted to change the protein up. Mainly because I feel like I'm relying on egg whites a little more than I should be, and we'll see if things improve from changing that up, or it's the same. So if it's the same, we're going to go back to the egg whites, because they're a lot easier to get down. If it improves, then we'll stick with the fish, baby. But all that food, I do have it like up here right now. I'm a little nauseous, but I'll be okay. And what I was saying was, in the spirit of Shoulder Day, I was scrolling through some Instagram reels or whatever while I was eating my meal, just trying to distract myself. And if you don't know, I'm a big Dragon Ball fan. There was a DBZ abridged clip that came on, and it was Tien, and he's walking into Kami's house, and he's like, "I need Chaozu." He goes, "We're training shoulders," and Chaozu goes, "But Tien, you know the doctor said what'll happen if we can't get your shoulders any bigger, or else you know what'll happen." And then Tien cuts him off, and he goes, "That's why we don't see that doctor anymore." I never watched the full abridged series, but I've seen every episode of the real one, and certainly more than once. If you're a bodybuilder, and it's funny, man. Excuse me. When you're in like high school back in the day, right? Back when I was in high school, I guess. Maybe a little before then, because mine was pretty getting toward the accepting times, but not quite, because of the Marvel movies mainly. If you were into like nerd culture stuff, like Dragon Ball, Pokemon, all that jazz, when you were growing up, like, you were bastardized. You were just this nerd kid, dork, whatever. But nowadays, Dragon Ball as a series, as an anime, as a whatever, is really one of the most popular things, shows, entertainments, everything on this planet. Like, there's statues of Goku in Mexico. There's stores dedicated just to it, in the United States and Mexico and Japan, all over. People love that show, as do I. It's phenomenal. But it's just funny to see where a lot of, let's just say, the nerdy kids a little before my generation, not generations prior to, but a couple of years before I was in that range, would be getting bullied for it. Now, it's cool. It's cool to like that stuff. It's normal to like that stuff. Everybody likes that stuff. There's not one, for the most part, there's not one, like, bodybuilder out there. Excuse me. I did not sleep an ounce last night, I guess. The sleep I got was good. It was pretty solid. But I just missed out on a couple hours because of some shit I was dealing with. But, nowadays, I don't know a bodybuilder out there that doesn't at least know what Dragon Ball is. You know what I mean? Lifters in general, we love it. Going Super Saiyan was the original bodybuilding motivation. Training, we all wanted the Master Roshi's, like, turtle shell to walk around and train and get stronger that way. We were all worried about being bald like Krillin. And we all thought he was bald until he grew his hair. Turned out he was just doing it because he was a monk. But, you know, for a lot of us, that was a incredible time watching it. And the coolest thing is that it's one of those things that, you know, we took with us the rest of our lives. Which is just, I remember watching, you know, young Goku as young John, just navigating my way through childhood. And I was, you know, a kid back then. I was watching Dragon Ball. And then as you get older, you see Goku getting older with you. And I think we had the peak generation for it, man. I don't know about you. But that's enough Dragon Ball talk, because I could go on all day about it. Let's talk shoulders. So, excuse me, I'm trying not to do so many big yawns. I just kind of kept that one inside and faced the consequences of it, you know. But we're heading there now. A big boy shoulder day. Tien inspired shoulder day. Which is, Tien doesn't get enough credit. Regardless, though, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to start with some explosive upright rows, go into some dumbbell laterals, follow that with some rear delt pull downs, shrugs, like barbell shrugs. From there, some type of press. My only concern with presses today is I'm going to be doing arms with my coach tomorrow instead of Saturday because the schedule got a little flip-flopped around for him, which is no big deal. We can adjust. But I need my triceps fresh for tomorrow. I'm already a little concerned that my shoulders are going to be smoked going to arms tomorrow, because when you're doing a proper arm workout, your shoulders are kind of the first line of defense in terms of stability. And I know when I was training arms with him last week, you know, even just stabilizing my triceps in some of those movements, I felt it in my shoulders. Not in a bad way, just in like a, we're stable here, we're working. We're not executing movements, but he's like, the shoulders like, we're working, man, we're holding down the fort, you know? So that's always good. But I'm a little, so I'll probably, when I do the presses today, I'll probably, I don't want to say go lighter, but maybe not total failure on them to where my triceps are really going to kick in, like an 80% sort of deal. But after that, we're going into the cable laterals, which I do this a pretty cool way, where I grab a V-bar, like a back rowing V-bar, and I put my hand inside of it, and I let my wrist rest on one of the handles. So I can kind of open my palm and do laterals, which I know what you're thinking right now is, you know, who cares, that's stupid. But when you're not relying on your grip to hold something the entire time, what ends up happening is, or rather when you're using grip the entire time, you're way more likely to throw your traps into it, way more likely to put your arms into it, your biceps, your triceps. But when it's a little loose grip just for balance, and I can open my palm if I wanted to, it really keeps it all in that lateral head of the shoulder. And I found last week when I did that, it was an amazing way to finish them off at the end, to where my shoulders the next day were fried. So that's what I'm thinking, at least. My only little concern, like I said, was not having my shoulders obliterated going into an arm day tomorrow. But, you know, I'll obliterate my arms, I'll obliterate my shoulders, and it doesn't matter how you feel, so long as your muscles are fried and you're resting, you're recovering. That's all that matters, baby. Let me put this down real quick. Oh. It's not that it tastes bad. It's that I'm so full that I just don't want to put anything else in my stomach. And my body's even like, dude, enough. Relax, John. I don't listen to it, but it's, it's talking to me. It's saying stuff. So, that's about what is going on today. Something else cool I got for you guys, got this for you people, is I finally found a magnetic phone holder thing that I think is going to help me get more content in the gym for you. I wanted to take a lot of time and find one that I really liked, mainly because a lot of them just like stick right on the machine and that's it. So there's no way to twist and pivot and do those sorts of things. But there's been a cop behind me for a while. You ever just want to let them pass because you think you're doing something wrong, even though you're not doing anything wrong? You can vlog while you drive, right? I don't think there's a law against it yet. But, maybe it wasn't a cop. Just some lady riding my ass. You gotta buy me dinner first, lady. Except not right now, because I'm full. Maybe like a nice steak, What was I talking about? Being full? No, the magnetic phone holder thing. So a lot of them just take your phone, it's a case, and it sticks to the machine, which is all fine and dandy, except for two big issues. Is that not everything I want to do is perfectly linear in front of a place where I can stick my phone to a metal cable. A little inconvenient. So as a result, I found this one where it's like a round base, it sticks to the metal, and it's on a pivot point, and the phone goes at the end of the pivot. So I can twist it, move it around, and angle it to where I want to angle it. Is it as good as a tripod? Not even close. Nothing beats a tripod. Am I allowed to use tripods in there? No, I'm not. So it's certainly better than nothing, right? At least that's the way I like to see it, But I'm excited to see how it works. I was playing with it last night a little bit. The magnet's pretty strong, so I'm not worried about it dropping my phone or anything like that. I'm just wondering how much minimal surface area I need in order to make it stick. Because it's like this wide, the base, you know what I mean? Do I need something this wide? Or can I get away with something maybe half as wide, where the magnet's strong enough to hold it in place there? I don't know. I gotta see. So it's gonna be a little trial and error and testing and all that good stuff. But I'm excited to be able to get, I'm not gonna say better, but more footage for you guys. At least just to add it to the videos, making stuff and clips with it is all fun and cool and whatever. But adding more lifting content to the videos, a lot of you are here just for these talks right here. And the posing. People love the posing. You guys love the posing. And I love the posing too. It's a great time. And I love the accountability of it, where, I need to stay on point for myself because I know you guys are going to hold me accountable. You'll tell me one day, hey John, you're looking a little chubby. Like, oh, I got to stop eating so many donuts. Or, John, you're looking a little small. And I've been skipping a meal once in a while. Like, hey, I better get that in check, So having that is a really nice way to be accountable to not just myself, but to you guys as well. Which is one of the biggest reasons I like actually running the channel, is it holds me accountable, an intern holding myself accountable, I hope you guys hold yourselves more accountable as well. Sorry, traffic came out of nowhere. But we're almost there, so it's really not a big deal. Whew. And you know what? On that note, my friends, we'll be there in a little bit. I'll slam the pre-workout with you. So once again, like always, All Black Everything. That's my company. They're with me. I'm with them. We're partnered up. We're brothers in iron. What we have in here is 1 scoop of the Cherry Cola Stim pre-workout, 1 scoop of the Tiger's Blood pumping pre-workout, no stim, 1 scoop of the creatine unflavored. Once again, the reason I do the unflavored is because I can mix it in this and I can mix it in a fruit juice or something later, and I'm able to get, well, not making everything taste funny. Listen for the pop. Beautiful. Cheers, my friends. Man, I gotta be honest. I don't use a full scoop of the Cherry Cola. Whenever I use a stim pre-workout, I try to keep the stim caffeine around 150 milligrams. Now, that's just what I find works for me. I don't crash from it. I've used full scoops of it before, and I don't crash. Everything's good. I wanted to make sure I wouldn't crash on it before I started working with them, because I don't like posting stuff that I don't believe in, or don't use. Nor would I. Which is why it took me so long to pick a sponsor. But what I will say is, and my point with that, is that Cherry Cola flavor, man, it's a strong flavor. In a good way. You can really taste like Cherry Cola, and I don't even use a full scoop. And I mix it with the Tiger's Blood, which I'm still not sure what that is. I think it's like watermelon something or other, but it's good. I know there's a watermelon on the box, on the little, on the bottle. The bottle is the word I'm looking for. There's a watermelon on there with something else. So Tiger's Blood is made of watermelon juice, I guess. I don't know. That means tigers are vegan. So vegans, if you're watching me, first of all, how and why? Because I'm pretty sure you know we might not get along. No offense, but, you know, I'll eat. If your whole family is vegan, I can almost guarantee that I eat enough meat by myself to cancel you guys out. So just enjoy it, you know? When you're looking at the chicken in the grocery store, here I go, I'm going off, but I don't care. When you look at the chicken at the grocery store that's about to expire, you know, this is what vegans should do, right here. This is how you should be properly vegan. When you're at the grocery store and there's a chicken in there, chicken breast, that's about to expire, right? That's what vegans should be eating. Because if that vegan doesn't buy it, that animal died for nothing, they were going to throw it in the garbage. But as a vegan, you can save that animal's life in the sense of at least he died for something. Or you can let that animal die for nothing, not get enough protein in, and be sick all the time. That's fine too, whatever you want to do, but I believe the most vegan thing you can do is buy nearing expired meats from the grocery store that regular people wouldn't usually go for. They'd go for the fresh stuff. That way that animal didn't die for nothing, and you're a healthier person, because I can guarantee eating nearly expired meat is significantly healthier than whatever twigs and branches you're throwing together in your chemical concoctions of fake meats and constipation. And on that note, my friends, we'll be at the gym in a little bit. Once again, Boulder Shoulders, and I will see you inside. Let's get it, baby. Whoa, I hit the camera and it moved. Whoa, again. What's going on, guys? So, shoulder and trap day is finished. I hit the camera too hard. I'm getting too freaking jacked over here. Now it's straight, don't touch it. Anyway, we had a great workout. We're 228.2 today. So the scale is slowly creeping back up in the right direction, which is awesome. Whew. Feeling a little watery. I don't know why. Having that fish pre-workout instead of the egg whites that I'm used to definitely wasn't a good idea, because I got pretty nauseous after my first real hard working set of the 140 upright rows. So we'll probably swap that back to egg whites. That took me a long time to eat too, since I had only eaten breakfast like an hour and a half prior to, which is 14 egg whites, a couple pieces of toast, a cup of chocolate milk, and that's breakfast. And then an hour and a half later, I had, half a pound of fish, 2 cups of rice, another cup of chocolate milk, and the fruit juice. So I was pretty full, and I really appreciate the speed at which those egg whites actually digest. So on that note, let's see what we look like, huh? Please hold. You know what? Maybe I can get the shirt off with this thing on if I stretch it out a little bit. Let's find out. Let's find out together. Ooh. All right. I'm gonna stretch the shit out of my shirts, but it could be worse. Yeah, we're a little watery today. It's all right. It's not a big deal. Nope, this way. Back. Yeah, I mean, we're not looking bad, Things could certainly be worse. The leggies are looking a little better in terms of this weight I put back on. I'm holding the water just right here, but my legs are, they're liking that added weight back on, thank God. Beautiful. We're figuring it out. That shrugs video I got for you guys was on that magnetic mount I mentioned. I think it's gonna come in handy. Try to get some more footage for you, and I'm excited about it. But, on that note, my friends, that's all I got for you. This week is going to be a little screwy because normally I do legs tomorrow, arms on Saturday. The coach I'm starting to work with is going to be, and I'm training arms with him. He's going to be away Saturday, so we're doing it tomorrow instead. So tomorrow's going to be arms, it's going to be shoulders, arms, legs, rest, and then back to normal. So just our leg day and arm day is going to be a little flip-flopped. So if you see tomorrow, yes, that an arm day was published, and we put the video up, you didn't miss the leg day, it's going to be the next day. So, my friends, stay awesome, stay savage, stay hungry, and I'll see you tomorrow.